Hello YouTube, Damo_23 and welcome back to the Beta Save, Better Than Potter, as we have the Conference League semi-final with Brighton. And so far this season is shaping up to be a spot where we can officially say for the first time that maybe we are doing better than Potter. A lot of that will come down to the result in the two legs that we will see on the episode today, and then that will leave next episode with a couple of monster games. It will leave us with a monster game to decide if we're going to finish fourth or not, as Liverpool are trying to chase us. Arsenal have a game in hand as well to go into the 60-point mark, as you can see here. And you can probably tell by the skin that we have changed it. Yes, we do have the Zealand skin in place. Main reason for that is the main save is alive and well. If you do go onto the YouTube channel and click Dame_23, give us a subscription while you're there as well. It's free to do. Promotes the channel. We do have the main save with Paris, Fernie and Atletico. First time they've ever been in Football Manager, and we are trying to take them from the third division, the national third division in France, as a semi-professional club, and the plan is to make them better than Paris Saint-Germain. Now, since we last met and this save, we have been going on quite a run. So the last episode was Man City and Stuttgart. We beat Palace 2-0, we beat Everton 1-0, 2 clean sheets, exactly what you want to see. And as you can tell by the league table, fourth, 66 points. We're clear by 8 points of Liverpool with a game in hand, which is great. But important to know, we're 8 points clear of Arsenal. They have a game in hand, and we do play them in between both games here between Celta Vigo. We actually play Arsenal away from home at the Emirates 2 days before we play Celta Vigo, which makes this game massive. If we somehow pump Celta Vigo here, like 4-0, 5-0, something crazy like that, where everything goes right, we will definitely be looking to give you the Arsenal game instead, and then recap the goals in the Conference League semi-final. For those that also don't remember, Fenerbahce and AGF is the other semi-final. You would say the winner of this tie here between Celta Vigo and ourselves would be the odds-on favourite to win the whole competition. Lastly as well, something that you may not know, but I've also downloaded some kit packs, etc. And that's what the stadium looks like too. I think it all looks pretty cool and pretty smick. I've never used the skin really on FM, so this is quite nice and cool. Let me know what skin you're using in the comment section down below and what packs and everything that you have downloaded at the minute. Now, let's get into it. Tactical meeting, there we go. We're going pretty unchanged. This team has been flying. Big shout out to Joe Gerhardt. He won Player of the Month, and as you can see, apart from the game against Everton where we won 1-0 and he did nothing, couple goals, 7.7 and 8.5 against Man City. The guy's in some form. The guy is in some sort of form. Nice to see. But yeah, the team's looking really, really good. If you want to see a lower level 4-3-3, I do reiterate, we did go for a lower level 4-3-3 in the first season of my new save with Paris 13 Atletico. Now, the team is as follows. Alta, fantastic. Lamptey comes in because I'm going to go aggressive and try and go at him. Tosin and Satala have been the best two between us, and then Estupian on the left. Saucedo, Thuram, and Siva is the midfield three. McAllister's been finding it hard to get in, and that's because the boys have been playing out of their skin. Andreas on the left, Alvarez in great form on the right as the winger, and Joe Gerhardt is up top in the pressing forward. Let's go out there and see what we can do, and fingers crossed we can do it well. As mentioned in last episode, I will mention it again. This is going to be the last season of the save that we're going to do for this period, at least at FM, with the new main save coming out. Don't get me wrong. Yes, if we finish in the top four, and yes, if we win the Europa Conference League, it's going to be hard to part ways with this save. If there's any ideas of how we can maybe manage putting out both content and streaming and stuff like that, I'm one of those guys that once I'm in a save, I'm fully invested. So with the Paris 13 Atletico, all my night and day time playing FM outside of work and poker is spent playing that save. That's kind of how I am. I get obsessive like that. But at the same stage, if there is a way that you think that we can balance the both, let me know in the comment section. It definitely wouldn't be the end of Brighton as well if we didn't play the save for now. It'd probably be play Paris 13 Atletico, and then eventually when that save finishes, maybe go back to Brighton, and then do another long-term save somewhere else, is probably the plan for this year. I love going back to beta saves. They are a bit of fun. Now, love the cut screens. I don't know if there's music for this. I play with sounds off. I know a lot of people play with sounds on. I know with the Champions League that you can have the sounds on. Also, that's just finished rendering, which is great, which is the game, the Man City and Stuttgart episode, which is the last episode. trying to get everything done. I've also streamed 3.5 hours of the main save early this morning because cricket got cancelled because of the poor weather here in Adelaide, where it was bucketing with rain. Anyway, Joe Geldhart, Sotalo, good touch, gets in the box. Joe's in goal-scoring form, hits the post, and Hugo Mallow clears it off the goal line. I will say their kit looks very similar to ours. Why have they not come in their away kit? And if that's their away kit, they should have left their home kit on. As you can see, there's a lot of things happening on the screen as well. I'm still getting my head around it. But yeah, I don't mind having this amount of information on the screen. 20 minutes played. We've already hit the post. Would have been nice to take a 1-0 lead, and we don't. Tossin now finds Sotalo. We have got to run through the middle. Salcedo can turn. Joe Geldhart needs runners. That's Andreas. He's good on the ball. Went with the chip. Hits the bar, and Tony Latto now clears. We know it hit the woodwork twice inside the first 20 minutes here. No goal to speak of. We've hit the woodwork again. And, well, we've dominated the first 20 minutes, but no goal to show. Civet now. Finds Tarum. Cuts one. Palmer clears on as far as Tarum. Civet, not known for his goal-scoring ability, but it wasn't him. It was Joe Geldhart, who is a man-possessed at the minute. Reacted quickest to the shot that might have been drifting wide. Glancing header and just deflected it back on goal. Keeper left rooted to the spot because he was already moving one way. And we lead 1-0. This was definitely not a pass. This was a shot. And Geldhart was just like, well, it's head high. I'm just going to flick it the other way. And, well, it worked out well. We take a deserved lead. Had 7 shots already at home. Played very well. Dominating the game. Corner. Alvarez. Ball in. Tossin. Heads over. I'm actually going to do something I've been doing in the main save. Is switching when we're really on top of games into attacking. And reason for that is it just focuses on us really going rampant. Trying to get another goal. Because we're having issues trying to score on that save. Anyway, Alves inside the area, outside of the boot, nice finish, 2-0, moving to attacking. First thing you see is a goal. Love it when the little tactical tweaks and changes pay off. We lead 2-0 against Celta Vigo in the semi-final of the Conference League. Mastupian, Salcedo, Tarum, Joe Geldhart, good touch, great run. And then outside of the boot, gave the keeper the eyes and left him stranded. We lead 2-0. Gonna stay on attacking here. 11 shots, 4 on target. You really haven't done too much just yet. And the reason we're going to stay on attacking is while they maybe try to absorb this pressure, really get at them, and then move back to balance at half time is maybe something that we do. It's a good ball out there. Goal for them would change the complexion of this game. Swedberg. Joey Victor. Inside. I thought Andreas was trying to get himself sent off then. Hugo Mallow now. No tackle. Don't stop the cross. We tried to, but it didn't happen. Look, we've forced them around, but they have found areas. Apparently that's a penalty. No way. Penalty given against the run of play. Altar has got the captain's armband on because we don't have a vice-captain in Dunk or anyone else out there. Doesn't make the save. Against the run of play, it is 2-1. Against the run of play, it's 2-1. Good penalty too. Keeper, maybe if you launch quicker. The only shot on target's gone in because it was a pen. Still on attacking because I think we've been the better side, but I think they're starting to dominate us now, so we're going to make that change now. Yeah, we're now going to go back into balance, I reckon, and just get in at halftime 2-1 up. Maybe not. Domech. They've changed something in their play, and it's now looking good. This kick clash is killing me. Anyway, we've got the ball. Andreas is in the area. Went to cut it and put it straight into them. Don't know if that was a shot or that was the highlight, apparently. Well, that was poor. Andreas, once there, had to fizz that one across the box. You feel had to be a cutback. Very good first half, apart from conceding the pen, which arguably was not a penalty, I did not think. It was the only way it looked like Celta Vigo were going to score as some sort of, match engine thing. Corner. Alvarez. Header. Civet. Doesn't score many goals. Not known for his aerial ability, I don't think, either. But that doesn't bother me. It's 3-1 now. Great ball in from Alvarez. He's been playing really, really well. Andreas is having a 6.3, not playing well. I think we're going to launch Correa to get out there. And with Correa, he's going to go out there for sure. Our first change. Us dominating. Tarum's going to come off. He's on a booking. And I reckon McAllister is going to be unleashed here in the 55th minute to maybe get on this and maybe dictate play a little bit. I think with us being in the front foot, I wouldn't mind. Now, 3-1. I'm not going to come off attacking here. Balanced, 3-1 finish. I'm happy with that. Take the lead to Spain. There is part of me that wants to try and fit a fourth if we could. We are going to make a change. Now, Alvarez is having a great game, but I am going to get Mateus on because he's quick and he knows what he's doing. Both centre-backs on bookings. I don't like that. Lamptey's having a pretty good game, though. I'm going to get Satalo off. I'm going to get Salisu on. He is known for a mistake, but he's also physically good and can chase over the back if needs be. Now, at what point do we maybe go a little bit more defensive and try and see out the 3-1 lead? Because 3-1's a great result. 3-2 would not be a good result, and a goal right now would change the complexion of this game. Good press. Joe Geldhart wins. Salcedo now needs help. Correa's been in scintillating form off the bench. Goes with her. Oh, yes, Mr. Correa. Maybe the keeper should do better, but the finish was delightful. He opened his body. He put it far in. It's 4-1 now. And, well, now we're in a position where if it finished 4-2, it's still okay. If we go attacking and find a 5th and a 6th, it's tie over. Do we do it? We're not. I think 4-1's a really good result. So what we're going to do instead, get Ferguson on there for Joe Geldhart to help with the press, which I don't mind doing. Move Lamptey into more of a wing back there on support. I'm going to just move us into sometimes. Play for a set piece. Don't let the ball into the box. If you can whip it in there, whip it in there. And I'm happy now with a 4-1 finish. A little bit of tactical changes. A 5th would be huge for us right now, but I doubt it. You never know. Alto went long looking for Ferguson. Not known for his aerial ability. Gets on that though. Good press from the second ball. He's had a really good campaign in Europe. Mateus is quick. He's got numbers. Joey. That's tie over. 5-1. Boys, we're going to give you the Arsenal game instead. We're going to give you the Arsenal game instead, lads. We said if we game and we pumped them, if we went here and we pumped them, we would. 93rd minute, or 92nd minute, just a bit beyond. Great ball from Mateus. Correa off the bench again has a brace. Celta Vigo been pushed aside. We win it 5-1, leg number 1. And what we're going to do is give you the Arsenal game. Then after the Arsenal game, give you the goals of the second leg and who we got in the final. Let's go see what the other results were. Evenly poised. AGF and Fenerbahce drew 2-2. AGF and Fenerbahce drew 2-2. Apparently Dunks wants to leave, and I must have missed a press conference there as well, boys. That's odd. Anyhow, without me going through that too much and reading into that too much, we are going to be back with the Arsenal game. I've got Wolves in 3 days, Arsenal 2 days later. We're going to probably have to fully rotate there against Wolves. And let's see what we can do when we come back, as we got Arsenal in a monster game. Welcome back in, YouTube. We were under a transfer embargo, and Ji Sung Choi has come in and taken over Brighton, $444 million Brighton takeover. And the first thing he's done is given me a new contract. There you go. Personal takeover. We become a public liability, raising $102 million for the club. Balance is only 63 mil, but that might click over in a second. In the wake of recent developments, we'd like to give you an update on the long-term visions. Please note the talks relating to the new board's vision will commence in due course. End of this season, one bit of the challenge for the Europa League, which they're happy with. Everything stayed the same, which is great. Develop clubs, that's fine. Win the Europa League, maintain a top half finish in the Premier League is their main long-term goals. Where you can now operate on the thing. They've asked for me to get a new contract. Mate, I'm happy with all of that. Give me a new deal. That's pretty exciting. Interesting to see if we sim forward one day that if the finances update. Because if they're saying they raised 102 mil for the club, shouldn't that come into our balance here? Sign a new deal. It hasn't. Okay, maybe we'll get to see that money towards the end of the season or something like that. Look, as it stands, we have got new owners. We're now being floated on the stock exchange. We've got South Korean owners. I believe they're South Korean or Chinese, one of the two. And, well, look, when we come back, it's Arsenal. And we have new board to impress. Hopefully we can do that by beating the Gunners. Welcome back, YouTube. Massive game in the league. Arsenal, Brighton, the Emirates, Patrick Vieira's Arsenal, as they look to go to 62 points with a game in hand to get to 65. No matter what happens, if we lose this game, they win their game in hand, we'll still be in a position to look to finish top 4. Important to note, though, you look at our schedule, you look at our run home, that after Vigo, we got Cardiff, who we should beat, Man United on the final day of the season to finish top of the tree. I wish to finish in the top 4. Saying that, though, a result here against Arsenal, and we will finish top 4. We win today, and Arsenal's kaput. Lose, and yeah, it's interesting. They've got 4 games to go, so the most they can get is 12 points, so that is the 71 mark. But if we were to win today, the most they can get is 9 points, which would be 68, and we would, of course, get there. A draw today basically makes it mathematically impossible for Arsenal as well, so I'm very happy with that. We just have to make sure we do something today. Now, since we last met, we did have a 1-1 draw against Wolves. Played quite well, as you can see. You know, played quite well, as you can see, is an understatement. We played like shit. I rotated. McAllister played, Donaf coming back from injury, Lamptey played, Tosson played, but Saliusu, Rolf, Alta didn't have a good game in net. Mateus and Ferguson, we have Correa, who's in outstanding form, but fairly rotated, made a few changes late, but the main thing for me was make sure we're fit and firing for this Arsenal game. Arsenal themselves, though, did not win either. They played against Villa and drew 0-0, so very happy with that. They've got the Europa League semi-final where they're playing Everton, so me and Arsenal in the same spots. Arsenal could finish 5th, depending on what the Premier League and what the Champions League sort of does in this save. They could win the Europa League to be in the Champions League, or if it's going to be that league format again, then we're going to have the, might see 5th being, in the Champions League anyhow. Now, in terms of the team, though, same team that went out there and beat Celta Vigo, apart from Scully starting, because I like him in bigger games, being more defensively minded. Let's see what we can do. Last 5 games, by the way, Joe Goldhart, 8.1. Big game, massive game. A win basically is top 4. It is top 4 mathematically. A win's top 4. A draw is virtually a top 4 spot, because you would imagine we beat Cardiff. And let's go out there and see what we can do here as well. They're lining up with Melier, who's now moved here. Ramsdale on the bench. If they want to sell Ramsdale as much as I love Alta, I would pick up Ramsdale because he was incredible for me in my Fulham save last year. I did have a very strong side. Here we go. We look good at the Emirates. Let's see what we can do. They are lining up. Well, I can't tell you what they're lining up because we went away because there's a highlight inside a minute. And Thuram's on the ball. All the way back there to Alta. Good ball out to Sotalo. There's not much I would change to this team as well, in terms of signings. Sotalo. All the way back there to Alta. Tosson. It's always fantastic. Great ball. What a ball. Alvarez beats his man. Comes inside. Goes for goal. Hits the post. Falls it to Thuram. It's blocked. Should have been 1-0 Brighton inside the first 2 minutes. Unfortunately wasn't. Sotalo still going. Driving from centre-back. And all the way back to Alta. Safety first, mate. Safety first. Highlight's still going here. Civet. Scully. He'll bomb on. He's more noted defensively, but he can go forward. Wins it. In the box. Scully. Dink. Gabriel off the goal line. Wow. First 2 minutes, we've hit the post and had a clearance off the goal line. Melier, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Vegas, Zinchenko, Party, Vieira, Odegaard, Saka, Smith-Rowe, and Gabriel Jesus is the 3. We've had 4 shots inside the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes here. Should have scored from one of the first 2 we saw. We didn't. Now Arsenal built into the game. They're starting to dominate the ball with 59% possession. But 35 minutes played. 33 minutes played. It's 0-0 for now. Gabriel, Vegas. Fabio Vieira. Smith-Rowe. Good ball out. Stupien stopped. I hate that in the match engine when they stop thinking the other players are going to win it. And a mistake from Stupien. 2 match engine mistakes and we're 1-0 down. That's the one thing. If they change it, they change that in the match engine, it would be better. Where the player's about to pick up the ball, but then it notices someone else is following the run. See, like, he thought that for a second, that Satalo was going to do that, so he stops running. And then that annoys me, where they have the ball and then they don't do nothing with it. 1-0 down. They're only shot on target. They're only highlight. And that keeps their top 4 hopes alive. Alvarez, though, ball in. Tossen doesn't win. Joe Geldhart's been in great form. Can't find a shooting opportunity. Salcido now. Satalo. Lomps one. Geldhart knocks him with the header just wide. Great ball. Good header just wide. Been the better side, arguably. We've been the better side, arguably. But we're 1-0 down. Get aggressive. Start the second half. We've arguably been the better side. Got to move us on to attacking here, 55th minute. We are going to, whilst we're on top of this game, going to try and find something here. They've made some changes. Bergwijn, Correa's all on there. We have not found anything of late just yet. Been good. 12 shots, 4 on target. XG's been better. One of those games where you know you've dominated and nothing much has happened. Mateus is going to go out on one side. Andreas off of Correa on the other. And this is a game screaming out for McAllister. So we're going to go with that. Scully off for Lamptey. There we go. 72 minutes played. 1-0 down. We have gone and tried to make some changes. We'll move us a touch wider too. I do like doing this. Play for a set piece. See if we can find something here. Late doors. Deserve a goal. Deserve a goal does not usually lead to a goal, though. Arsenal hanging on for dear life. Roth going to help bomb on? Nah, that's all right. We'll get Lucas out there. He knows how to find the back of the net. Is there going to be late drama? It's just ticking away, this. Wow, we lose 1-0 in a game with a better side. And Arsenal sat there. They absorbed. They did not march. We had 14 shots and stifled us. We lose 1-0. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is, look, if we played that game how we played it 9 times out of 10, we at least score. To not score any goals, to lose 1-0, puts them behind us. They win the game ahead, they go to 65 as a 2-point swing. The most they can get to now is 71 points. So, as long as we beat Cardiff, we'll put ourselves in a position with a draw against Man United could be enough. Oh, it would have been nice to get a point there. Would have been nice to get a point there. Extend the press conference. 2 match engine mistakes in the same highlight. Stupin thinking that the centre-back was going to get it, so he stopped and then went again. Won it and then stopped. Dominate the game, two match engine mistakes. Fun. See these guys in a second for the recap of the Vigo game. I am going to rotate in that second leg to make sure we are full strength for Cardiff. And hopefully, welcome back YouTube. End of the game here in the second leg against Celta Vigo. I haven't clicked forward because I want to find out at the same time as you guys who we get in the final. We drew 2-2, as you can see there. And yeah, I haven't seen it properly, but we did fully rotate in this game. About 10 changes. Dunk had a stinker. Salisu, Roth. Lamptey started this one because Scully will play against Cardiff. But yeah, look, went 1-0 down, got it to 1-0, went 2-1 down, made all my changes, got it to 2 and should have won the game late. We did make the final though, got to rotate. Even Josh Jones, who at 18 looks fairly well-rounded and pretty good mentals and, he's decently well-rounded. Got a game as well, which I was pretty happy with. I'm chuffed with that. Everyone's playing 100%. Look, where's going to just seem to favour us. It was good. I think it was fine. We are going to get AGF. 0-0 was 2-2, and then they scored 3 goals in the final. We're going to play Danish opposition in the final. AGF currently sit 4th in the Superliga. Not even toppling Midtjylland or Copenhagen yet. They have gone on a run, ladies and gentlemen. A run to make the final in Conference League. They went through qualifying. They've come through qualifying, through the group stage. Wow, what a run, lads. Then they made the knockout stage. They beat Prague at home, Serveti, they won and drew. And then they drew and won. So it looks like they've won every game at home and then away from home, they're a little bit whatever. Where are we playing this final? Doesn't say where the final is. No, it does. There we go. Stadia Rajko in Serbia. Okay, that probably favours us. it should be a game we win, and on paper, out of everybody we've played, should be winning fairly easily. But you never know. Did we play them in the knockout stage? Am I wrong in saying that we've already played them? We did. We played them in the Europa League Conference playoff stage. We beat them 5-2. That's a pretty good final to get. When we see you guys next time, it's either going to be for the final day game against Man United to finish top 4, or it's going to be for the Europa League final because we were already mathematically finishing top 4. You'll find out next episode either way. If Arsenal lose a game or, whatever comes in, you'll see it. But till then, I'll see you next time. We're in the Conference League final. AGF will be our opponents, and we are odds-on favourites to win a European competition in charge of Brighton. And I think that makes us better than Potter.